Hello everyone, welcome to another video. I'm talking live. I don't normally do this anymore, but I've been to Aldi again, did my weekly shop, and I've got sketchbooks. I said when I did my last video? No, my 2 videos ago, I reviewed some Aldi supplies, mixed bag, and I said in that video I would have liked to have tried sketchbooks, but they didn't have any. They've got sketchbooks now. Apparently they've had them before, but I've never seen them in there. So I'm expecting these to be the same. They're just different sizes and slightly different covers. So I've got this 3-pack here of A5 sketchbooks, 20 sheets, 170 GSM for dry techniques with a ribbon tie, with a black cover. So there they go. And then we have these that. So Pembroke is, if you look back, it's Aldi's own brand. There's 2 sketchbooks in here, 20 sheets, 170 GSM for dry techniques, ribbon tie. So we'll have a feel of both of them. I think they're going to be the same texture, and if they are, I'm gonna test one of them, probably the smaller one that's easy on the screen. And I've got together like some different things that aren't too wet to put in the sketchbook. I'm not going to push it too much. I think we might be able to get away with a bit of alcohol marker and a bit of paint marker, but we'll see. So let's get rid of them. Let's look at these first, because I think I'm going to end up swatching in the other one. This is the A4 sketchbook, nice craft cover. It feels quite nice. We've got the ribbon there. Get it out of shot. So it's slightly off-white, and there's a texture to it. Like you can't see them on camera. There is a slight, like, they're not really. I don't know. It's almost like streakiness on the paper, but it's quite nice. It does feel quite thick. I don't think paint markers are going to work very well on it, but we'll try them. I think paint markers might chew it up too much, but we're going to test. So let's put this one back for a moment. That is the I say that's the A4. I put it back in the wrong way. Never mind. I mean, I'm not taking it back to the shop. Who cares? I don't even know why I'm putting it back in the box, if I'm honest. Let's get rid of them. Okay, so we've got these ones. Let's get the camera in a better angle. There we go. Okay, let's get these out. So I think these are just going to be the same, to be honest. They look the same, just smaller with a black cover. So let's get rid of the whole pack. So it's a different material on the cover. Your ribbon. I mean, I prefer an elastic, but a ribbon's fine. Yeah, it's the same. It's the same paper. Okay, so we're just going to swatch in this book. Let's give it a go. I mean, I've got high hopes. Even after, so if you saw my last Aldi video, I reviewed their paint markers, which were really good. They were $3.99. I checked the prices after the video. Both the alcohol markers and the paint markers were $3.99 a set, and obviously there was 2 different sets. The paint markers were really good. Very much like Posca's. I don't think I've got them to hand at the moment. Very much similar to. Oh no, here they are. Here they are. Very much similar to Posca's set of pastel tones. I really liked these. The alcohol markers I can't show you because I've sold them. I didn't like them. I've sold them. They were also $3.99. But very excited to try these. I might, well, maybe we can try the Aldi paint markers. But anyway, so let me just get my supplies together and in a sort of order. Okay, here we go. So this is what I'm trying today. I've got the Caran d'Ache Neo Colour 2 Aquarels. These can be used with water, but I'm not going to use them with water because I don't think the sketchbook's going to take it. But I don't generally use them with water anyway. I use them more like just a normal pastel crayon type thing. I love these. Been looking for an excuse to get them out for ages. We've got the Artex brush acrylic markers there. Hoo art markers, which are alcohol-based markers. And then I've got these are also a Hoo, and these are water-based markers. They're not their new ones. They've got these new ones that can be blended. These are their old ones. You can't blend these, but these are really, really good markers. I use those quite a lot. I have got one of my trusty Japanese brand that I have no idea what the actual brand is. So, I mean, if you speak Japanese or read Japanese, let me know what the brand is. I don't know if you can even see that, to be honest. Yeah, so this is a brush marker. I use that quite a lot. And then I have a Copic multi-liner, jelly rolls, and then various pencils. So I have this is the Prismacolor Cola Erase. So this is the erasable like colour pencils that lots of people use to draw with. And then I've got some Holbein Artist coloured pencils there. I've not used that green yet. And just a 2B pencil. So these are all supplies that I use regularly. Let's go. Let's start with the graphite. It's quite a nice texture for graphite. Yeah. Okay, well, I'm not... That's a 2B, is it? That does not feel like a 2B pencil. It's not too rough, this paper, but it's got enough tooth to get a nice, to work well with that graphite. So that's very nice. Okay, so if we go with the Holbein, these are they wax or oil based? I can't remember. Quite nice for the Holbein. I don't like a lot of coloured pencil texture, and because this paper is quite fine texture, it's working quite well. So I've got 2 colours of each supply to show a bit of variation. I've gone with the colour theme in case you couldn't tell. I mean, not bad paper at all. Seems nice with what I've used so far. Okay, so that sharpener. So this is the Cola Erase. Okay. I mean, I don't colour with these, but you can see how, like, because Cola Erase sometimes don't go well on certain papers I've used. I can't think which ones off the top of my head, but working well with that. I mean, this is doing well. Okay, let's see, going on to pens now. So let's see how this works with the gel pen. I think this gel pen's running out. Here we go. I think it's the gel pen. Yeah, it is. Okay, so fine with the gel pen. I mean, I'm not being careful with the paper. It's not affecting the paper at all. Yeah. Okay, we're working well with gel pens. So we've got something a little bit damper there than dry media. Like a coloured pencil. So another gel. This is my favourite colour of these. I love this one. It's nearly run out. There. Getting good colour payoff from the paper. Yeah. I mean, there's not much I can say. I mean, the paper's working quite well. Now for the Copic multi-liner. So this is quite a broad nib on it. It's a 1mm. So let's go. You can feel a little bit of resistance from the paper with that. That's not necessarily a bad thing. It just means that I can feel the tooth of the paper through the pen. There's a mark there. No, that's not from me. That's just a mark. You can hear jangling. I've got a sword key ring. Let's get that out of the way. It's not showing through the paper so far, so that's good. Be interesting to see the next pen, which is a brush liner on that. But that is fine. Here we go. So the brush liner. Oh, that's, yeah, okay. So that's working really, really nicely. Like that. I'm actually quite enjoying this paper. I was a little bit apprehensive when I first opened the pack, but so this wall space marker, it's a fine. I won't use the fine end, but you know, because it's just a fine liner. But this is the brush tip on it, and seems to be working reasonably well. Even doing the second coat, it's not. So I've gone over that 3 times, as you can see. I think if I do a 4th time, it's going to really affect that paper. So it seems all right for that. Okay. Let's have a look again on the back. No sign of bleed through. That's the green. Okay, now I need to protect the back of this paper. So I've got a sheet because I'm going to use alcohol marker. Now, I don't know, excuse me, I don't know how it's going to take these. So let's go. Let's go with the purple. Okay. I'm a little bit surprised about that. Sometimes when you use alcohol markers on different papers, they bleed out loads, and there's a little bit of ghosting around the edge, but it's actually, it's not bad. It's not bad, you know. I mean, it has bled out a little bit, but I expected them to bleed out a lot more than they have. Let's blend. Oh no, they're not gonna blend, are they? Let's try a little blend. Oh, has it gone through? Yeah, that's to be expected, but to be honest, that's not a lot. And it's not gone onto there, so that's fine. Let's have a little blend. I mean, this is not the best blending technique I've ever used, but wait for that to dry, and then we can see how well that's actually done. There, it's looking pretty good, you know. Okay, so while we're waiting for that to dry, let's go in with the Artex brush acrylic markers. Let's go there. Laying down perfectly on there. And not really affecting the paper that much, you know. I would have thought they would have struggled there. Have they gone through? There's a tiny bit of pilling, but I'd expect that from all paper, to be honest, unless it's specifically a paper made for alcohol markers, which you can get. Art Gecko Sketchbook do a pad designed for Poscas. I wouldn't want to keep putting colour on that unless it's dried completely, but you know what, I think that looks really good on that paper. Going back to this blend, they've actually blended really well. Okay, so these are the last ones. Let's have a little go with these. See here, I expect these to work well on here. So these are like, if you've never seen these before, you've seen them but you're not really sure what they are. They're like an adult crayon. A very expensive adult crayon. I think this set retails at £25 in the UK. So they're quite pricey, but they're so worth it. They're so worth it. I think they work really nice. I think these are probably the best ones. These and the I don't know actually. I'd say out of everything, the pencils did the best, along with these and these all together. But everything's performed. Do you know what I think performed actually the worst on this paper? Was the fine liner. The fine liner looks a little bit patchy on it, but everything else looks amazing. I'm really impressed with these. Just do a little blend there. You know what? I was like, this is going to go really well, or I'm going to give these sketchbooks to my child. And it's gone much better than I expected. Like, Aldi stuff is generally really good, apart from the Malcar markers. But I'm really impressed with this sketchbook. There you go. There's the swatches. Thumbs up. Okay, so there we go, all labelled up. I'm really impressed with that. I'm just thinking, like, I'd quite like to do an artwork, but I don't know what to do. I'll have a think. Hello, voice over me now. Third time recording this because I kept mucking it up and then I spoke for too long and didn't realise that I was talking well past the end of the video. So, bit of a mistake using this for paint markers. Firstly, I think they would have been better if I'd have gone straight onto the paper without putting that fluorescent pink underpainting down. I think it made the paper quite unstable. That pink is quite hard to go over with paint marker anyway, even in my normal sketchbook. Your first layer is, it's like that paint dries the pen out, but once you put a first messy layer down, it's fine to go over the top of the actual paint marker then again with the second layer, and it works great. But here, it was so difficult to get that first layer down. It was so, I think, a mix of that pink paint, which is drying, and a very dry, open textured paper really sucked the life out of these paint markers that I was using. So I struggled getting that paint down in those early layers. I've actually cut a lot of it out, but you can kind of see in this bit now that I'm pumping that pen's got a pump on the back of it. I'm pumping it. I'm trying to get more ink out. I changed the type of marker so I could control the flow of ink. It still was struggling. This is just not good paper for paint markers. I wish I'd used the coloured pencils in it. Lesson learned. I think if I were to use paint markers in the sketchbook again, I'd have to use gesso first. It just unfortunately wasn't the one. Made a mistake. Wish I'd used either the pencils or the Caran d'Ache Neocolour crayons. They would have been perfect in it. So it's not the sketchbook's fault. I tried to push the sketchbook. That's the whole point of testing supplies, is you try and test them to the limit. And yeah, not great for paint markers, sadly, but I did enjoy the challenge, even though I was getting a bit frustrated. But yeah, I'm definitely going to keep these sketchbooks for myself. I won't be giving them away. They're going to be great for all sorts of things, to be honest. Pencils, they'd probably be good for pastels, soft pastels, but I'm not touching them because they make me want to be sick. They're not very nice. I definitely would like to try something with alcohol markers as well as a base layer. I don't think they're good. I mean, they blend is. I think a basic little blend would be quite good on this paper. So I'm going to maybe try and use the alcohol markers on with coloured pencils and maybe the near colours as well for something. We'll see how that goes in the future. But it is what it is. Anyway, about the artwork itself, I am quite new to drawing Pokemon. I drew an atrocious Pikachu in a previous video. This Mew is a lot better. Mew is my favourite. My daughter's favourite Pokemon. Mine's Jigglypuff. I want to draw some more Pokemon. Oh, and my pen splurged. I've just had a nightmare. This pen splurged. That's why Mew has blue pads on his, her, its, they feet. I then lent in that later and had to fix it. You'll see that coming up. Also, the bright orange background, that splurged because that's in a giant paint marker. That splurged all over my lovely desk mat. So that was a disaster. Oh, and then I got paint all up my arms. And on my desk. So yeah, disasters all round. But back to the sketchbooks. Yes, it's quite actually it's a messy artwork. I've been doing a lot of these lately, and I feel like I need to refine it a bit. But I need to get the balance between refined and messy. But I'm enjoying it. I'm just throwing the paint down. I really like it, and I hope you like it too. But then now the sketchbooks. $3.99 a pack. That's 2 A4 ones for $3.99 or 3 A5 ones for $3.99 in Aldi's, and they were fantastic, apart from for paint markers, but I would definitely recommend them if you want some cheap sketchbooks. And that is all I have to say because I'm running out of time, so thank you for sticking with me and my babbling. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.